Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate Chicago, back at it again. This time with a bit of a vlog video, but to start off with, I broke my elbow. So a couple of Saturdays ago now, about maybe like 10 days ago, I was riding to a friend's going away party and I attempted to make a turn across tram tracks. I'm not sure if you know what trams are, but basically they're like trains but on the road. They've got very specific tracks that are like inside the road, and I tried to turn across them on my bicycle. Got across the first one, but then went to go across the second one. My bike tire didn't come in a good enough angle. It got lodged in. It went all of a sudden straight and threw me off my bicycle. It was pretty scary. I got thrown across the road to the other side of the road, but luckily there was no oncoming traffic at that time, which is incredible. It's quite a busy road in Fitzroy where I had my accident, so I am very, very lucky. But yeah, so I fell on my arm and was just very embarrassed. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. One of my earphones had fallen out. Somebody helped recover that for me. I quickly moved my bike off the road and just went to check my face to make sure I was okay. My helmet luckily took a lot of the force of the head. I do have a little bruise above my eyebrow. The bruise is still there, but it was all cut up, but it's a lot better now. Looked at my hand and it was this arm. My hand was all, you can see my hand is still a bit scabby, but it was all bleeding. It felt terrible. It hurt so much. But I soldiered on, got on my bike, rode to the bar where we were meeting friends for a bike tour, which was looking to be so much fun, and I'm so sad that I missed it. So I get there, go into the bar and ask the lady, hey, can I please get some Band-Aids? And she's like, oh yeah, how many do you need? I was like, how many do you have? I was in a bike accident and my hand is just so bloody at this stage. She gives me a bunch. I go wash my hand up, cover myself in Band-Aids, go to meet everyone, sit out, and I'm feeling pretty shaken, but it's just my wrist and my hand that hurt. So we're hanging out, have a couple of drinks. We proceed to the first part of this bike tour stop, which is just down the road. We don't even have to ride. We just walk there and get onto this beautiful rooftop. I actually took footage because I was vlogging this at this stage. And whilst at this rooftop, hanging out, having a good time, I got some ice for my wrist and was just sitting there, just holding it in this position. And then about half an hour later, we were to move to the next stop, which was going to be in a park about maybe a 15-20 minute ride away. And as we were leaving, I go to use my right arm to do something and I can't move it past here. This is as far as it goes. And that's when I'm like, I need to go to hospital. Something is not right. So I make sure my bike is locked up and I say farewell to everyone at the party. And luckily there is a hospital that was maybe a 20-minute walk away. So I just walked myself to the emergency, checked myself in. They were pretty nice and responsive. I got through pretty quickly. It was just a long time to wait for x-rays and to get a doctor to look at me. But they're like, yeah, something's clearly wrong with your arm. Let's do also a CT scan to make sure your head's okay. Maybe 4 hours later after the tests and waiting for everything to come back, I get told that my wrist is okay, even though my wrist is what hurts the most, but that I have broken my elbow. It's called a radius fracture. It's the inner bone of the arm that connects to the elbow part here is what broke. So it was also a clean fracture, which is really, really good. The doctor said that I came out very, very lucky compared to other people who've had similar accidents. And yeah, I just got discharged in a sling. And the week after that was terrible. I couldn't sleep properly. I was in so much pain. I had my arm in a sling and I just couldn't do anything. And this being my dominant hand, having to do everything with my left hand has been such a challenge and has had me in such a low mood. Only this week am I able to get it out of this thing and move it around. I still don't have much strength, but I figured it'd be fun to start vlogging again since I am actually able to go do things and not just sort of sit there miserably trying to do things with one hand. So yeah, that's where I've been. Let me tell you, it's not fun breaking your elbow, but in case anyone does happen to do it, the first week, is going to be very difficult. Make sure you've got your painkillers handy, or at least some Nurofen, some anti-inflammatories, because it's going to be rough, especially sleeping. But even though it's just been over a week, it feels a lot better and I can now sleep without being woken up in excruciating pain. And yeah, that's my story. Today I've got to go to work to edit a couple of videos. One we shot last night and a few from last week. And then I'm gonna meet a couple of friends for dinner. Going to some place called Veggie Tribe, but yeah, I'm thinking of wearing all black. I know, transcendent, but something that I kind of is a little bit different because I've been wearing the same outfit over and over again. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some stage, but yeah, I'm gonna go get ready now. All right, here's today's look. Wearing a Jill Sander raincoat, Yoji Yamamoto button up, short sleeve, some Yoji wrap pants, and Julius Creeper Soul boots. The boots were so difficult to put on one-handed. I don't know how I'm gonna get them off, but yeah, let's make some breakfast. Now, a big part of like being one-handed is you just can't really do too much. So these like packed oat things have been a lifesaver. They even say how much milk to put in before you heat it up, so that's a bonus. I'm slowly getting strength back though, so I can, maybe rest this up while I pour the milk in. Or actually, I'm nervous about that. Let's see how we do. Okay, I can hold it. Whoa, okay. So up to the line, when it hits the line, it's actually quite uncomfortable. So pour the milk in and let's heat this up. I've also really been getting into raisins, and I probably shouldn't be eating so many, but maybe like a cheeky little few here and there. Telling you though, once my arm is better, it's over for doing things one-handed. And here we are with terrible backlighting. Oats go all right. So I'm in one of the editing suites at work, just getting some things done. But we've got this really cool little Blackmagic thing here. I think it's for like color grading. I never actually use this, but yeah, this is what one of my editing suites looks like here at work.
Just eat normally. Just do everything normally. There we go.
Do everything normally.
And Huck, what are you eating?
Watermelon.
Nice. Just eating it in your special way.
How you eat? It's my special way.
The man says with watermelon on his chin.
Well, how do you eat?
With this, miniature spear.
You're gonna feed me?
Like so. There you go. That's how it's done.
How to eat an ice cream for dummies with Professor Huck.
It's a tutorial.
Okay, this is how I eat ice cream. Apparently it's weird.
How do you eat an
I
ice
go
cream?
around. I do that.
One more time.
I go around.
What about you then?
I simply can't. Well, sometimes I bite into it. Like so.
Yeah, that's weird. That doesn't have my
Otherwise,
teeth.
I'm looking at like Jen.
Well, show us.
Biting into it now. Looking.
Who's in the right here? Who's in the right here?
Wrap my lip around the whole thing
It's not right or wrong,
until I reach the
people.
cone.
It's a spectrum, okay, of how we eat ice cream.
So I'm back at work and doing some further editing and getting a thing done. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not showing anything that I shouldn't be showing. But yeah, it's almost end of the day, end of the week, gonna go out for some Korean hopefully, and hopefully the weather has cleared up as well. I'm wearing my Vivienne Westwood chain that I haven't worn in so long as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, let's get it. Let's finish TGIF, mates. I'm gonna try eating with my right hand, but I can't lift it up to my face. So I've suggested that I lower my face down. But I can only get this far, so I think like... That's all I'm able to do. Ice cream. So Darcy has come over today to help fix my computer that has a very loud rattling fan in it, which, as you can see, is now in the trash. But what we've also found out is that the computer itself is an absolute hodgepodge of different screws, different parts, and yeah, no wonder it's been a lot of trouble, but thanks, Darcy.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
That's what's important.
So now it seems that the fan that we replaced was not the fan that had the issue.
So we replaced both fans.
So now, both fans. They won't have the cool RGB, but no one ever saw them anyway because the computer's under a desk.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. Computer is sounding good. We've lost the RGB at the top, but no one ever looks down here anyway. This sits under my desk. And I suppose this is also like what my desk looks like, in case anyone really cared. It's pretty messy at the moment, but that's one-handed life for you. But yeah, this is the computer, and now it doesn't sound like something rattling in a cage at all times. So this hurts a lot to do, but very happy. So whenever friends visit, one of the most common questions that I get is, why do I have two mobile phones? And I think I've told this story maybe on stream, but maybe not to y'all. But the reason is that living in Japan, I guess it was like an iPhone 7 or something. And I think I'd only just gotten Hinge over there, or Hinge had just become a thing. And so used it over there, not very fruitful, but moved back to Australia and was using Hinge for a while on the same phone, and noticing that I wasn't really getting any matches at all. And I was like, this is bizarre. Like, I'm not that off-putting, am I? And eventually my friend Sophie was like, oh, you should just delete and remake your account. People usually do that on Tinder and dating apps to kind of like reset themselves in the pile of people to be able to find. So I did that. And when I went to remake the account using my number and everything, it was like, oh no, actually, I think Hinge is your email. I don't quite recall. But what happened was that it came up with saying, your account has been banned. You cannot use this app. And it was a bit weird because I hadn't done anything. The only thing that I could remember doing was, I guess, moving, and maybe the servers got confused. Sent an email asking what had happened. Never ever heard back. So down the track, I ended up getting a new number. And with that, I was able to make a new Hinge account, right, on this phone. But then when I upgraded to this phone, transferred my things over, went to log into Hinge, and it's like, oh, use the number for that phone. And I don't have that number anymore. It was for a wireless internet dongle that doesn't exist. And so I can't send a thing to it, nor can I remember what number it was. So my new phone doesn't have Hinge on it. And this phone's sole purpose is for Hinge. Actually, no, it has two purposes. It works for Hinge, which I maybe check rarely these days because it's just annoying having two phones. This phone is actually mainly used for my TikTok content because this is super dry, but this phone I was given is an iPhone XS, and the selfie camera has got a filter on it by default, like a beauty filter. So everything is really smoothed out. It's really bizarre and looks terrible, whereas this one does not. So this is still pulling its weight as my TikTok phone because it captures things as they are, even though they may be not at the highest quality, but it doesn't put a disgusting beauty filter on it. So not only a Hinge phone, but a TikTok phone. This is a social media, a dating only phone with no SIM card in it. That's 2022, baby. Judge me how you will. So for my TikToks, I generally just do them all on my computer. I don't really mess with the app too much, purely because I just have terrible luck with phones and apps and things, and I don't want to like destroy them and put them through something that they shouldn't necessarily have to go through. So what I generally do is I film it on the other phone, and then I plug that phone into the computer, transfer the files over, and then use Premiere to jazz it up, wirelessly send it to my VLC on my main phone, which then what do I have to do? I wirelessly send it over, and then I have to save it off VLC, because VLC on your phone, for some reason, you can only access the videos through VLC, but then you need to save it to your device. I don't know how that works, whether it doubles it up or not. Then put it on there, put it into TikTok, and then in TikTok, add the song, and then go through the subtitling part of it, the captions, which I find it's pretty powerful and pretty good at how it does them automatically. But one of my biggest pet peeves is TikTok creators doing captions, adding the auto captions, but then not actually editing them. So for someone who may not be able to hear or really understand what's going on, they then have to kind of guess, and some of the captions that are auto generated just don't make any sense. So you're kind of looking at the video being like, what does this mean? That's a TikTok process. And yeah, I do implore people that if they are going to do auto captions, to definitely edit them. It doesn't really take very long. Instagram Reels takes forever and is an absolute mess for that kind of thing. But doing it through TikTok is a lot easier than you'd expect. It's hard to do this with one hand. There we go. Hi, Zaza. Hi, Zaza. Meow indeed, Zaza. Meow indeed. All right, please ignore the mess behind me, but going out to a friend's birthday drinks and karaoke, wearing Yoji shawl coat, a Uniqlo turtleneck, a chain... How can I get it into the camera? Chain for Lonely Island reasons, and my favorite pants these days, the Cray Green track shorts. They're just so cool. And Yoji combat boots. Maybe I'll get a pic. Hopefully someone will take it for me. But yeah, let's go out. It's Saturday night, and look at how high my arm goes now. I can't get it higher than this, but this is way better than last week or not that long ago. So look, I can even give a thumbs up. Progress.
Run free, you'll never be hung up like my man and me. When a rebel yells, she cried more, more.
So this area is Brickworks near Brunswick. It's really, really cool. I am a fan. Guess it used to be a brickworks, and now people live here in different setup places. It's cool. Worth a look. Today we have gone on a brief adventure to get some jeans and get them taken in, and then now going to go see a movie. Walking from Brunswick to Preston? No. Pentridge? To go and do the thing. Yeah, chill Monday. So there's this place in Brunswick you can see here called Boss Fade, but I like to think that you pronounce it Boss Fade. I don't know if you've noticed, but in Melbourne, any kind of place that does fades like this has this similar silhouette. It's really, really funny. And I should start documenting them. This would be a good time. As proof, literally on the same road, just up. We've got a shop called Ace of Fardays with silhouette of probably the same guy. Here we are at Penal Establishment Pentridge. This used to be a jail and now has been turned into apartments, and there's a cinema in here. We're gonna go see a movie. Cool spot though. Just weird vibes to be doing fun stuff in a place where people were incarcerated, but that's gentrification. Okay, because I always forget, this is what I'm wearing today. It's a Comme des Garçons and the Laboureur, a French work jacket company. work jacket. It's so stiff, it's really hard to like put the buttons on and off, especially with one hand. Some plagiarist trousers and then some Georgia boots. But yeah, a simple outfit. I really like the trousers. I don't know whether to get them like taken up or not because they are quite long, but I kind of like that vibe. But yeah, this is the look. And look at my arm. I can almost get it straight. This is as far as it goes down, and then I can raise it, but I still don't have a lot of strength. So this is in Coburg, top of Sydney Road. It's a cool spot to wander around. I have nothing much more to say about this place because I've rarely come here. There's just a cool cinema. It's like brand new, so worth checking out. So we just saw Bodies, and went in only just knowing that like a couple of friends and people had been like, oh, it's a good movie, so I went to see it. And whoever wrote that movie had a real good time. I really enjoyed the script, and I guess it's like a whodunit. Worth a look. I don't know if I'd ever watch it again, but it's a really good time and very Gen Z. You have to watch it. It's funny. Like, it's definitely worth a look. And yeah, that's our day in the prison. Oh, like, actually, first of all, there's a dog here. Hello, dog. Hello, Pooch.